This Perplex News episode profiles former NFL great Aaron Hernandez and his connection to a member of the Arizona Mexican Mafia. The year was 2015. The prison venue was the Souza Baranowski Correctional Supermax facility in Lancaster, Massachusetts. The life of NFL football great Aaron Hernandez had spiraled downhill from the penthouse to the basement. From a world champion with the New England Patriots to a convicted murderer destined to spend the remainder of his life in a maximum security prison. In April of 2015, inmate Hernandez arrived from the detention center in Boston, about an hour's drive to the prison. Aaron had just been convicted of first-degree murder and other related charges in connection with the demise of his old friend Odin Lloyd. It was an otherwise routine day for prison staff and inmates, and the word had already circulated amongst the inmates that the Patriots superstar would be taking up residence with the convict population. Jaime Sanchez was 17 years old when he killed a man on the south side of Phoenix, Arizona. He was sentenced to 9 years for manslaughter and was received at the Arizona State Prison South Unit Yard in Florence, Arizona on January 30th, 1987. Jaime would become a member of the Arizona Mexican Mafia. He picked up another murder charge in 1995 and was given a life sentence, and later in his prison life was the beneficiary of an interstate compact and was transferred from Arizona to the Souza Baranowski Supermax prison in Massachusetts. Jaime Sanchez will be profiled in an upcoming episode dedicated to him and his fellow Arizona Mexican Mafia confederates. The buzz on the Massachusetts State Prison Yard was that a high-profile inmate was arriving at the same block where Jaime was housed. Everyone, including the COs, had been following the case of Aaron Hernandez. His trial was aired throughout the prison, and he was the O.J. Simpson of the 21st century, a demigod to New England Patriot fans. Aaron Hernandez, Tom Brady, Ron Gronkowski were unstoppable and loved by the people of Massachusetts. So on this April day of 2015, he was escorted into the pod where Arizona EME member Jaime Sanchez was living. Aaron was wearing a white t-shirt, gray scrub pants, and carrying a standard bedroll. He was assigned a single-man cell on the upper tier, and he proceeded straight to his cell without a word to anybody. For chow, they were locked down in their cells, and as the trays were passed out, Aaron refused his. When chow was over and the cell doors were open, Aaron came out and went straight to the telephone. In Massachusetts, it's quite different than that which we are accustomed to in the Arizona state prisons. They allow inmates to use the phone as much as they want. As long as you had the funds to spend, you could call anyone you desired and as often as you wanted. Aaron would spend most of his time on the telephone. Jaime and Aaron eventually met and became friends through each man's mutual affection for art, specifically tattoos. Jaime was a tattoo artist, and his tattoo hustle earned him money inside the prison. He had just completed a tattoo job on an Irish guy named Jerry Sullivan, who told Jaime that Aaron had inquired about who had done Jerry's tattoo work. Aaron asked to meet Jaime. Jerry took Aaron to Jaime's cell and made the introduction, and that's when they met. Aaron asked if Jaime would draw up some patterns that he wanted tattooed on him, a neck tattoo that he had in mind. Jaime drew up 3 patterns. Aaron picked one and made a few modifications before he was satisfied. Placing the stencil drawing on his neck and checking himself out in the mirror, Aaron was happy with the results. Knowing that Aaron had upcoming murder cases, Jaime advised him to wait before getting the tattoo. The optics of having ink on his face in the presence of a jury would not look good at trial. This is when Jaime first discovered Aaron was quite a jokester and liked to clown around. Aaron held the stencil to his forehead, suggesting he should tattoo it there, and began laughing hysterically. He then said, "That's why I'm getting it on my neck. I want everyone to see it." Prior to beginning the tattoo work, Aaron began to visit Jaime's cell when the doors were racked open. He hung out with Jaime and his circle of newly found prison acquaintances. Jaime tattooed a few pieces on Aaron, including one that became national news. On May 13, 2015, Jaime was halfway through a tattoo on Aaron's neck from the pattern Jaime had drawn up at their initial meet. Prison guards at this prison did not bother with enforcing the no tattooing rule, so most knew of Jaime's hustle. Halfway through the tattoo, a prison guard racked the door, signaling that someone was approaching. They stopped. The CO called out to Jaime to advise that All-Star, the nickname given to Aaron by the guards, had a legal visit. Aaron's neck was red and obviously freshly tattooed. Jaime tried to coach him on how to avoid detection, but Aaron did not care. F them cops, he said. I don't care about that. When you're already doing life for murder, who really cares about a tattoo beef? When Aaron returned from his attorney visit, he told Jaime his lawyer got pissed at the sight of the tattoo. Sporting the unfinished tattoo in court, Aaron had a hearing on May 21st, 2015. He wore a suit, and the top of the tattoo was visible. Reporters and the curious speculated about the fresh ink and what the word lifetime could possibly mean. Because of the media scrutiny, prison administrators had to act. On May 26, Jaime Sanchez was given a disciplinary report stating, on Wednesday, May 13, 2015, inmate Aaron Hernandez, W106228, was found to have obtained a newly undocumented tattoo on the right side of his neck. This report can be viewed on our Patreon channel. The media was tipped off that Aaron had received a disciplinary report for the tattoo. It was reported throughout the country, and on December 22, 2015, Aaron appeared in court wearing a white t-shirt. The media went crazy, describing it as a gang-related tattoo. After this incident, Jaime Sanchez and Aaron Hernandez became close friends. Jaime was an experienced convict and had spent many years in prison, and Aaron looked to him for advice. According to Jaime, Aaron complained almost daily of suffering from terrible headaches. In order to numb the pain, Aaron was a loyal black market customer, purchasing as much prison alcohol and marijuana as possible. In this prison, the convicts had football teams and played against each other. Some of them invited Aaron to join their team, but Aaron had no interest in playing football. Instead, he lifted weights, played chess, and loved basketball. Aaron played basketball in college and won championships and a scholarship. He was as good a basketball player as he was a football. Aaron eventually got comfortable and began playing full court games in the gym. Eventually, he played football for fun when it rained and snowed as well. He would lead the workout routines and became very social in his new environment. After the workout routine and recreation time, Aaron and Jaime reminisced about people, places, and things they experienced before prison. A typical day consisted of smoking marijuana, or K2, which is a synthetic marijuana, and talk while they ate and tattooed. The next episode will profile Arizona Mexican Mafia member Jaime Sanchez from the south side of Phoenix. You will also learn more of Jaime's connection to former NFL Super Bowl champion and New England Patriots superstar Aaron Hernandez. It will touch on events that took place in the Arizona prison system and in a Massachusetts Supermax prison facility. Arizona EME Jaime Sanchez and Aaron Hernandez became good friends who ultimately traveled in different directions. Both men were serving life sentences. One was convicted on the West Coast, the other on the East Coast. One was state raised and had no problem doing time, whereas the other had the world at his fingertips, slipped, and chose a premature exit from living behind bars. Thank you for tuning in.